Louisiana Beer Review Special Edition Coors Banquet Beer. Brewed with 100% Rocky Mountain water since 1873. Okay, so this is brewed in Golden, Colorado. I've never visited the brewery, but I have been to Colorado a few times. I would like to visit. Okay, introduced in 1873. We don't know why they call it banquet beer, but obviously they were using it at banquets, get-togethers for company, corporate events, company events. Got a good date on it, guys. It's only brewed in Golden, Colorado. It doesn't have the production volume of Coors Light, which is brewed all over the Molson Coors area of the United States. In Canada, they get a Coors Original, which is also 5%. I don't know what the difference is. This is certified kosher, like all the Coors beers, and 5% alcohol, 147 calories. All right. It says beer, and it's a pint can. I got some old bottles in the collection, many more than I have shown here. I have many more than that. But anyway, this is their Winterfest 1996-97 edition. Bought this in 1996, and then I said, well, what I'll do is every year I'll buy the next one and have a big collection of them, but I never saw it again. Apparently it's still sold in Denver, the Denver metropolitan area. They use water, barley malt, and the barley is descended from Moravian barley that the Coors people brought in. Moravian barley seeds from Moravia in Central Europe. They use hop extract, corn syrup as a fermenting agent, and of course yeast to get it to ferment. All right, clear, golden, like Golden, Colorado. Medium white head. Let's go with the aroma. Typical, now on the website they talk about the banana flavor coming from the yeast. We're going to see about the banana flavor. The aroma is typical sour American lager beer, and I don't mean like a sour beer people say with those tart items. I mean just like American lager beers have this like sourness to them that I notice. Okay. Taste, cheers. Now remember, Coors and Molson merged years ago, 50-50 merger. So it's a joint operation, two family, the Molson family, two families, the Molson family and the Coors family. They got two heads of the company. And an actual single person that does the day-to-day operations, the prime minister of the company, with two heads of state. You do get that little banana flavor in it. I've noticed this over the years, even before I read it on their website. It's not profound. It's not like Wells Banana Bread beer. That one doesn't really have that much of a banana flavor either. Eagle Banana Bread, it's called now. Because it's in the aroma more than the flavor. This one is in the flavor more than the aroma, but it's subtle. It's a subtle banana flavor. I'd say 9 out of every 10 people, or even less, or even more, I should say, would not detect banana. Unless you suggest it, then they might say, oh, I see that. Medium body. Bitterness units. I don't know the exact number, but it's I'm guessing 9. Not even 1 out of 5 hop cones, okay? It's like a half a hop cone out of 5. Sweetness. It's a dry beer. 1.5 out of 5 sugar cubes. So it's dry. It's not too sweet. Dry meaning the opposite of sweet. or you could say crisp, and not bitter. Balanced. Now, it's changed over the years because it used to be non-pasteurized and it had to be shipped cold, so that distribution was limited. It had to stay cold at all times or it would go rancid. Oh, good, the heater's off. It's cold outside. I don't want to be cold in here. But then in 1991, Coors began to be sold in every state. The last state holding out was Indiana. Probably something with the Miller and Anheuser-Busch distributors trying to keep them out the state. But it's been in every state since 1991. It didn't get sold east of the Mississippi River until 1981. So that wasn't a big journey for people in Louisiana that were geared to get it, because New Orleans, the Mississippi River passes through the city. So if you lived on the east bank of the river in New Orleans, all you do is cross the Greater New Orleans Bridge and or the Huey P. Long Bridge, and you could get it in the western part of the city. And I've noticed distribution differences even now with West Bank versus East Bank. Went to the West Bank because most of Louisiana is west of the river, in the old West. But the East Bank, known as the Isle of Orleans, that's another geographical thing, and technically an island. But so same thing. If you lived in Baton Rouge, you could cross the bridge. There's two different ones, two bridges, and go to West Baton Rouge Parish and get Coors Banquet. Okay, but yeah, like I've been to the western part of the state in Grand Isle, Louisiana, and found Pabst Ice, Pabst Genuine Draft. I can show you the cans if you don't believe me. But in 1997, never saw them again. But I never saw them east of the river, You hear the crackle. Okay, well, it's a pleasant beer. Did it change after they went to pasteurization and didn't need to be shipped cold or stored cold anymore? I guess it changed now. Did the flavor change? I don't know. I never tried Coors until 1996, which was after they had discontinued all of that strict stuff. So I really don't know. Coors Light is still cold filtered, unpasteurized, but they use cold filtering, which will preserve it and it doesn't have to stay cold. It's nice. It's a little bland, but most American adjunct lagers, adjunct meaning adding corn or rice as a filler, they're usually kind of bland. So but because they're made that way so they can pair well with any kind of food, won't interfere with the food flavor. They have some body to it, medium body. Let's see if I have my documents down here. I can grab them easily. Get some of this stuff out the way here. Okay, go down there. Okay, yeah, here we go. Thought it would be easy. All right. Oh, I had it upside down. That's why I wouldn't. Let's see. Got this little Coors brochure they sent me back right when the internet was getting going, and like after this, they would just say, "Look it up," But this was from the year 2000. Yeah, I wrote them a letter and wrote them. I called the 1-800 number. That's what it was. Could you send me information? Yeah. So they're saying original Coors. That's back when it was called original Coors. The beer first brewed 1873, mile high taste. Gold medal 1996 American Beer Festival in the American Premium Lager category. Back then it was 148 calories, 5%. Hadn't changed much. This little See if I have any more documents from Coors. Got all this Stroh's stuff. Stroh sent me all this right before they went under. Got bought out. I think Coors sent me more than just a little. Yeah, they did. This is a magazine, Beverage Industry, about Coors. The entire brewing process takes 4 to 4.5 months. They're showing. There's a guy with the copper kettles. Coors officials. Malting the barley in their malting facility. Meaning they got to spray it with water and get it to sprout. Then as soon as it starts to sprout, they stop that process and kiln it. That means they put it in the oven to cool that process. Let's see. Coors, like a retrospective brochure. See if they say anything in here. Adolph Coors was 26 when he came to the Rocky Mountains. Golden Lager beer, Schuyler and Coors. Yeah, it used to be called Schuyler and Coors, but he bought out the company from Schuyler. Golden Lager beer, clear bottles. The original bottles was Schuyler and Coors Golden Lager beer. '80s blue signs, Coors Golden beer. That's after they, same basic design as today. Let's see, real fast. They had the barroom posters, signs painted. It was with beautiful women in barrooms. So, that makes sense because they want to associate the beer with pretty women, get the men interested. And if you drink this beer, that's the kind of girlfriend you'll get. And it's probably not true. But anyway, yeah. I don't really see anything about that. Coors Light first rolled out in 1941. They do talk about that when they introduced Coors Light in 1941, but the war broke out with the United States getting involved, and they said we got to put that on hold. for 37 years. Okay. Heck. Oh well. Such is life. Can't get it all done. But yeah, I know it. When it was Miller Coors, when they had made their agreement before the Molson Coors combination, they used to use yellow corn grits. But I guess they found it was cheaper to use the brewer syrup. In my case, I'm not a huge Coors Banquet drinker. They use their price a little bit too high for what I can get that's comparable to it. But I can get a 12-pack right now for $11.99. Bottles at Mathern's. But I haven't noticed any flavor changes. I'm just telling you the truth. I haven't noticed any changes in the flavor over 25 years I've drunk it. I have drunk it off and on. So score. Yeah, I'll give it an A. Let's say 91, A minus, but still dynamite for the price. 9.1 out of 10, 91 out of 100. Excellent beer, and never go wrong with it. So, laissez-les bon temps relais, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all go to Golden, Colorado, and take a brewery tour. You might want to wait till the summertime, though.